think he would have liked this.
Artar was always fond of this grove. I think he liked the sense of history here. A tree in remembrance of each fallen member of our dynasty. Some of these are hundreds of years old.
I can't imagine he saw himself being remembered here, Kai. Or that I'd be the cause of it. None of this would have happened. We wouldn't be burying our brother, if not for me.
There's no use in worrying yourself over if, Ethan. You were the flashpoint, not the cause. Tensions between the kingdoms were brewing long before your involvement. If you hadn't served to set it off, something else would have.
It's all just so, I don't know, pointless. What did we accomplish at Point Corday? We won a battle, but the war's going to go on. This time it was Artur. Next time someone else. How many more people need to die? And I can't help thinking about the girl I met, Ashley, and about the slavery of the lesser races in the East. There's so much I need to think about.
I think you think too much, little brother.
What about you? You're next in line for the throne now. Are you ready for that kind of responsibility?
Am I ready? I don't think I have much choice in the matter, do I? We should be going, Ethan. They're expecting us.
I miss him.
I know. Me too.
They're ready to begin!
How are our parents holding up, Skink?
Your father does his best to maintain a stoic facade. He understands that right now he must be a king first, and a father second. And your mother... Your mother is as you would expect. What about you, Ethan? How are you holding up?
As well as I can, Skink. Considering I hold myself to blame. Father, it's done.
Thank you, my son. Both of you. I know your brother would appreciate it.
We'll get through this, Mother.
I know, Ethan. I know we will.
Be strong, Elena. We all have to be strong now.
This will make you stronger, Ethan.
I thank you all for coming here. Your presence honors my son and comforts my family. Never have I addressed you with a heavier heart than I do this day. Any death is a tragedy, but especially so for those young and full of promise. Today, my son joins his ancestors in the Heron catacombs beneath this cathedral. Artur was my firstborn. He was to follow me to the throne, and I believe he would have made a strong ruler, a just ruler. But that has been taken away from you. You have been deprived of a future king, and I of a son. I held him in my arms as a babe, watched him grow from a boy to a man, and was proud of the man he became. And now all that he was, all he could have been, is lost. I realize I'm a lucky man. I am blessed with 3 other children who provide me with solace. And yet, what consolation I derive from them is tempered by their own pain, for they have lost a beloved sibling. All my children fought valiantly in the victory so bitterly won at Point Corday. But rather than celebrating triumph, my daughter grieves, as do my sons. One can take no pleasure in being a hero of that victory, and the other must now bear the burden of being heir to the throne. Most often, tragedy has no sire. Most often, we're left to question why one so noble lies in his coffin, why a family and a kingdom should suffer so. But not this time. This time, we know the cause of our pain. We know our foe's abject brutality, so cruel that a loving mother still weeps at the savagery of her eldest child's demise. Oh yes, we know our enemy of old. We have met and defeated him in this first clash. But the war is not yet won. We must remain steadfast, for the ravens possess malice and guile in equal measure. Let this, then, be our strength. Let Artor's death be the banner we carry forward into this conflict. When we are pressed, let us draw courage from the sacrifice already made. Today, we bury our dead. Tomorrow, we turn our thoughts to vengeance and victory!
Vengeance! Aye!
Victory!
Hail Heron!
Avenge Artor! Death to the Ravens!
Farewell, my son. You deserved better than this life gave you. Time to say your goodbyes.
My beautiful boy, I love you with all my heart.
Rest well, brother.
I'll miss you. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, Artor.
Let him be born hence, as befits a hero. What took place in the cathedral was for the masses. This is for us. You will be avenged, my son.
I'm the one to exact vengeance, Father. I'll go find Braun and repay him in kind. Blood for blood.
Ethan, we all respect your desire to punish your brother's killer. The same fire burns in my belly. But I can't allow it. You left our lands once, and we're lucky you returned to us alive. I won't let you leave home again.
But I'm at the heart of everything. Artor never would have died if I hadn't set all this into motion. It's my responsibility to avenge it.
I'm the oldest now, Ethan. That duty should fall to me.
You can't do this because you're the oldest, Kai. You're next in line of succession.
Ethan, listen to me. I brought Artor into this world. The baby I suckled at my breast bled his life onto the mud. I know your heart is scarred, but there is no greater heartache than that of a parent burying a child. I want Artor avenged as much as any of you do, but not at the expense of either of my remaining sons or my daughter.
In all truth, Ethan, you are far too valuable to risk on some vendetta.
Who are you? How did you get in here? Answer me, or my brother isn't the only one who'll be laid to rest this day.
My apologies. I had no wish to intrude on your privacy at such a painful time. But it's quite important I speak with your family.
Release him, Kai. At least give him the opportunity to explain himself. Though I warn you, I had best find the explanation a satisfactory one.
Of course. Again, my apologies. My name is Burned Rex.
Do I know you, sire?
I don't think so.
I think perhaps I do.
You must be mistaken. I'm a stranger here. I've come from afar to offer you my aid. I've no love lost for the opponent in this struggle. So I make myself available to you as a counselor of war.
You wish to help us against the Ravens?
Against the Ravens, yes.
Why do we need you?
Because you've not made war in your lifetimes. Because you won the victory only with surprise as your ally. And because the gift he bears could be a pivotal advantage if properly harnessed. As I said, Ethan, you're far too valuable. Your place must be here.
You mean because of this? This thing started the chain of events that led us to this tomb. I'm beginning to think it's more a curse than a gift. And frankly, I'm no closer to understanding what it truly is or what it can do.
The sigil could be a very potent weapon in this war. It could mean victory to one side or the other.
Forgive me, sir, but I don't find these matters to be any of your concern.
Oh, I think you'll find that they are...
Ethan!
Ethan! What did you...
I did nothing. I didn't do anything. He just touched me and that happened. But I feel fine. Actually, that's not true. I feel better for some reason.
Well, that was an interesting experience.
Are you all right?
A bit weak, but I'll live. Understand, I mean you and your family no harm. Your sigil's an intriguing enigma, Ethan. I'd like to help you learn its meaning.
I have other things to do. Sorry.
Another time, then.
This changes nothing. I still intend to have Braun's life for Artor's death.
Ethan, your mother and I have buried one son. We're not anxious to bury another.
You did bury a son. I buried a brother. And it can't go unpunished. That's what you said, isn't it? That's what you told the people, Father. Today we mourn. Tomorrow we turn our thoughts to vengeance. You want the people to rally to the cause. I'm not only your son, I'm also a subject of this realm. Why stop me from doing exactly what you've asked?
You put me in the position of choosing between being a monarch and being a father. What I tell the people, I tell them for the good of our kingdom. We've not known war for generations, Ethan. The people are unprepared for the cost that accompanies it. As distasteful as it might be, I've used Artor's death to muster their support. Slaying Braun would serve to intensify it. But what are the consequences of the other outcome? What if another of my sons perishes at Raven hands? These are not decisions to be made cavalierly. What passion demands, deliberation countermands. There are a multitude of reasons I should forbid it, and just as many to allow it. I realize I'm speaking to the same son who brought my stallion home through a blizzard when he was no more than a boy. You have a habit of doing what must be done, and coming back safe.
I've done enough harm. Let me do something right.
Mariella?
I can't bring myself to tell one of my children to place himself in harm's way. But you're no longer a child, Ethan. If you believe this is what you must do, I trust you.
Then I leave for Ravenlands in the morning. I swear upon this grave, brother, you will be avenged.
Here. I imagine you'll need this.
I imagine. Since I'm going to kill a man with it.
I'm sure you don't need to hear this, but I need to say it. When you find Braun, don't take him lightly, despite whatever power that thing on your arm gives you. Hate makes you reckless.
I'll remember. Kai, if the family really needs me, you know I'll come back.
Of course I know that.
Take care of everyone while I'm gone.
I will. You take care of yourself while you're gone, little brother. Look after him, Skink.
I always have. We've no time to dally, Ethan. Much awaits us in the east.
You go ahead. I'll catch up.